It's still the morning show here on the Rise News. For Global Sports Update, Aaron Akere-Jola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
Yeah, good morning to you, Aya. Good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Rufai. Yeah. Now, let's get it started with the Premier League. I know, Aya, you're excited already. Smiles all over your face.
But
some are
2 games back to back.
But some are calling it a very big, massive coup de grace.
It's a lie.
Or what some will call in football a smash and grab.
It's
but
a lie. It's not
Gabriel Martinelli actually
they dominated the game.
hit the ball. That was the decider.
Change narrative. A game that we all watch.
No, but it was a smash and grab.
Narrative now because you're a Man City fan.
No, but it was a smash and grab. The first win in 13 attempts for Arsenal in the league, and you have to go back to the days of Arsene Wenger to actually look at how things actually played out between Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, and the first win for Mikel Arteta against Pep Guardiola in the Premier League. So kudos to Pep Guardiola and his charges that put up a brave fight on the day, and ultimately a great performance, I must say.
Yeah.
And ultimately they actually got all 3 points as we go into the international break. So they are joined top of the table with another North London club.
Yeah.
Goal difference separating them at the moment. Manchester City have been downgraded to 3rd, Liverpool 4th, and Aston Villa 5th. Aston Villa are doing very well this season under Unai Emery. So kudos to Arsenal for all they did on the day. But away from that quickly, in the Premier League, let's also talk about the fact that Liverpool actually had a game to forget, having come from behind, led in the game thanks to Mohamed Salah's brace. But unfortunate for them, Lewis Dunk, the captain on the side, ensured that the Reds were actually pegged back. And as it stands right now, one man knows how to galvanize himself when it comes to playing against the Seagulls. That is Mohamed Salah. But you can talk about the fact that they are calling it the Zerbi ball. When at the moment, this man knows how to find the back of the net, or his team knows how to find the back of the net. 24 matches right now, they've been scoring back to back to back consecutively. Kudos to them. Away from that quickly, let's talk about Manchester United. They had a topsy-turvy game on the day, saved by the blushes of Scott McTominay coming from the bench. He lays on to score 2 quick goals, and in his own tweet he says, "Thank you, Old Trafford." Because Old Trafford were sent agog from boos to cheers to jubilation and gyration, thanks to those quick goals that saved the blushes, as some would say, of Eric Ten Hag. And for you, Rufai, one man had a game of games. His name is Raheem Sterling. He was involved in everything good for Chelsea on the day as they took Burnley to the sword. And as you can actually see, Chelsea have actually lifted themselves to 11th. If that's progress, I don't know. All right, Manchester United at 10th.
Winning a game is progress for Chelsea.
Okay, back-to-back games. As you actually.
City lost 2 back-to-back games. Chelsea won 2 back-to-back games.
Okay, but there's still a gap between Manchester City and Chelsea.
It doesn't matter.
Away from that, one man had the champagne on ice before the... Okay, let's talk about Jude Bellingham, first of all. Real Madrid and Osasuna, it was 4-0. Jude Bellingham once again showing his quality, and at the moment matching Cristiano Ronaldo pound for pound, goal for goal, match for match. You can actually say that. Osimhen was unsung against Fiorentina, but the disastrous start to the season continues, and one man, Yamal, actually becoming the youngest player to actually score for Barcelona, and not just Barcelona alone, in the La Liga, in the history of the La Liga, at the age of 16 years, 86 days, thereabout. So kudos to him. Now, okay, it's 7 days. Okay, so quickly pushing that one further, let's talk about one man who actually had champagne on ice and decided to make it happen. So, as it stands right now, Max Verstappen, 3-time world champion, you can actually put that on the record there yesterday in Qatar, doing himself proud, and you can actually see there coming first with Norris and Pisari actually second. Piastri, I beg your pardon, actually coming second. But one thing is certain, I must say this, time might not have permitted us to talk about the disaster that was Lewis Hamilton and his teammate and George Russell, although they claim they've been able to put things together and patch things together. But what dominated the headlines remains the fact that at the moment, RB19, the car that is being used by Verstappen, is by far, according to professionals in the circuit, are claiming that that's the best car to have ever hit the Formula One circles since its inception.
Yeah, it's a cheat code.
But people are asking,
It's a cheat
if it's that good,
See.
why is Perez not also actually
And I'll tell you
pushing the
why.
outage?
You know why it's a cheat code?
Okay.
Because till today, nobody has been able to dock Red Bull for how much they spent on enhancements.
All right.
That has always been a problem. And look at Checo's car. Checo's car too is cheat mode. See how the car accelerates. I'm sure you saw the last race with Checo. I'm talking about Perez.
But Perez
doesn't.
But if you look at the points gap.
But look at him. Look at him on the table. Look at him on the standing.
All right. Finally,
it's a cheat code.
Finally, on the local front, the Nigeria Professional Football League, Nigeria Premier Football League match day 2. We need to get used to the new nomenclature because they were big wins with Plateau United doing something, a bicycle kick, helping them beat Heartland on the day, and I must actually say Gombe United also beating Eyimba. Although the fans were happy to see Papilo, but that didn't stop them from losing all the same. Okay, so the defending champions Eyimba losing to Gombe United 2-0. As it actually stands, massive matches, I must actually say, in the Nigeria Premier Football League match day 2, and they will also be going on a brief break because we have international break actually up and running. So a flurry of matches have been played. I must actually say it's getting exciting, and we're hoping that things get settled in the league and we can begin to have things go as normal. But for now, it's still early days, just two match days into the new season. And
Aaron, how can we see our league on our mainstream TV? I want to be able to watch Nigerian league on mainstream Nigerian television. What is going on?
The question is there an appetite for it? And
there's an appetite for it. If you give it, we'll take it.
It was on TV for a while.
Yeah, so what happened?
But we can't go into the details.
So why can't they put it on TV now? That's what we're asking. We just want our league on TV. Because it's TV that makes the league.
Those are murky waters if you want to go into that particular territory. We've seen it happen. It did not pan out as much as possible. There were claims that monies were the reasons why they decided to pull out. Paying to private account or paying to the league account, where the disparities, and the particular broadcast sponsor then decided to just pull out. And some say that was just an excuse, that they weren't willing to actually put in the money in Nigeria. Tough for another day, I must say.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, I'm hoping that, and it was so heartwarming to see the love that Papilo received, at that match. And like you mentioned, it didn't quite influence the outcome for him.
No, it didn't.
But I do think, speaking to Rufai's point, and I think it's important, we must, bring or resurrect fully and bring back to life our local league, the Nigerian Premier Football League. The name change notwithstanding, yes, name change is a good move, but beyond that, perhaps older veterans like Papilo can come back into the game, infuse some life. Let us get private investment as well. Let's get corporate organization support, in terms of football. Catch them young, have academies that are working and efficient in Nigeria. We have such potential, and in the same vein as it's often our culture, we export what is good in our nation.
It's good I say this. Globally, football rights is a big problem. The French Ligue 1 are finding it difficult to actually sell their rights. The La Liga are finding it difficult to sell their rights. So when you now come to Nigeria, the fact that we do not have marketing gurus. I've actually accosted one egghead in the sporting fraternity that you're not doing enough. You might do a lot in athletics, but you're not doing enough for the rest of the league, because you can actually bring in this influence, because we need people that can pull in investors into the league, sponsors into the league, and get it on TV. The people that are there right now, they're doing enough, but not well enough to be able to get this into our TVs, into our homes as of today.
Okay, Verstappen, Max Verstappen, at the Qatar Grand Prix, right?
Yeah.
Dominant.
As usual.
Total control. The question with regard to him is, who is stopping? Number 2, Swiatek, Iga Swiatek, won the China Open, right? Beating Samsonova 6-2, 6-2. After she had dispatched Coco Gauff in the semi-finals on Saturday. But in any case, Coco Gauff still got something.
And she was gracious about it.
Over $781,000. If you add that to the over $3 million she got from the US Open, well, she's doing very well, and she's still, on top of her game.
Yes, she is.
Then, of course, Davido was in New Zealand, and His good friend, Israel Adesanya, this tie bender, joined him on stage to dance to Unavailable. And, people have been talking about how Israel Adesanya, dances so well. I said, well, he's a mixed martial arts superstar. So you should expect him to be able to move his body.
But he has that Nigerian spirit in him. Yeah. Even though he shares dual citizenship with Nigeria and New Zealand, he has that Nigerian spirit. And the way he talks about Nigeria, the way he carries himself. Trust me, Israel Adesanya is I'll not call him a party animal, but he's one that likes the good music and good life.
The other day when he got booked and he has a case in court, was he not returning from the party?
Yes, yeah.
And then Simone Biles, the most decorated gymnast in the world. And they just concluded the World Gymnastics Championships. She won about 4 gold medals, including a double gold. And if you take a total at the World Championships, he has 23. Record.
Yes.
A total haul of medals.
A record.
At the World Championships and also at the Olympics. A total of 37.
Yeah.
Making her the most decorated gymnast.
Of all time.
As for Man City, being beaten 1-0 by Arsenal. Well, I mean, they got a chance at just about 4 shots. They were actually not in that game.
Yes, so
and then what happened to Erling Haaland? I mean, at the beginning of the season, he scored, he kept scoring about 5 goals in 7 matches. But in the last 5 appearances across all competitions, he has scored only 1 goal. So what happened to him?
No, maybe he's experiencing the normal strikers go drought at the moment. It can happen to anybody. It happens to a lot of people. At the moment, Arsenal were the beneficiaries of it.
No.
Yes, they were.
Arsenal outplayed them.
Arsenal, no, they were not outplayed now.
Kovacic red card. Should we start?
How about that incident in the match with Montpellier when fans were throwing firecrackers, onto the match? So I hope one of these days we will not hear a report that football fans, have taken more dangerous weapons to the stadium.
No, the ultras are beginning to rear their ugly heads in Europe more than ever before. And they are becoming more vociferous, and that needs to be checked, especially in the Ligue 1. Because the Ligue 1 are on that brink of actually pushing into thorough hooliganism at the moment.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Aaron. We'll see you tomorrow?
Yes, certainly.